At the outset, I'm happy to invite our Reverend Father Secretary, the Chief Nourisher of our institution, to this program. I cordially invite our Chief Guest, Mr. J. Selvanathan, District Secretary, to enlighten us in this session. A warm welcome to our Principal and Vice Principal for their timely guidance and support. It's my pleasure to welcome Reverend Father Dr. Xavier, the Controller of Examinations, and Reverend Father Dr. A. Alex, the Dean of Studies, who are the steering forces to promote the welfare of the Josephites. A special welcome to Dr. Daniel, the IQSA coordinator, who is the guiding star ahead of us, who always pursues to take our college to greater heights. I congratulate the organizing team for their strenuous efforts towards the success of today's event. A warm welcome to the faculty members of the English department. Last but not least, I welcome the students to join us, get educated on gender equity, which is vital to our social behavior. Welcome, one and all.
Thank you, sir, for your warm welcome. I request Reverend Father Secretary to deliver the presidential address.
Respected Principal of the College, Dr. M. Aramiselvam, Vice Principal of the College, Dr. A. John Arakaraj, respected Reverend Fathers, Xavier, Reverend Alex, respected the head of the department, Professor Suresh Kumar, and all the faculty members of English department, and dear students, especially the resource person, Mr. Selvanathan, the South District Scout Secretary, and other people who are gathered here. Good morning to you all. The women empowerment is important. At the same time, the people or the government and the society concentrates on the gender equity. Here, the equal participation, equal employment, or in every field, the equal opportunity should be given to the both sex and then transgender also. So this is what now the people, the society, or the well-thinking people are visualizing. So that the same seed should be shown in the minds of the students. So it is required by the UGC and all other accreditation agencies that any higher education institution or any institution of education should think about the gender equity, and then they should speak about it, and then they should sow the seeds of the gender equity in the minds of the students. So today, the English department taken up this task, and then they invited the Scout Secretary, District Secretary, Mrs. Selvanathan, and is a person who is involved in many social activities, and a person who has dedicated himself for the Scout. And then, as you know, the Scout is the thing, agency or organization which helps the people not only during the time of war, but in the normal situation also, especially during the disaster management time. So our Mr. Selvanathan and his team are working in many places in the district for the welfare. And as the head of the district, old district scout masters, and he has also many times he has given training to the people, and then they have always seek about the gender equality for all the people. And as a scout, we can see for any youth or boys, the team name will be one, and for the girls, the same name or different name, but equal status will be given to all the people. Though they have physically or God-given abilities are different, but they complement each other. That is what the scout also see. He's the best person. Professor Suresh Kumar has invited him. He has come over here. I think he will be giving a good talk, and then he will give initiation for the gender equity. I hope it will be all best in the talk, and then you will be getting more information. I wish you all the best. I thank Mr. Selvanathan for accepting to come over here and then give the talk. I thank all the people, all the English department professors who have arranged for this function, and I thank the students' participation. Thank you. God bless you all. Thank you. Miss Angel?
Angel? Angel?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Father, for your encouraging and supporting words. I request the principal to felicitate the gathering.
Most respected Reverend Father Secretary, who is presiding this program, respected Vice Principal Dr. John Arekraj, respected Control of Examinations Reverend Father Xavier, respected Dean of Studies Reverend Father Dr. Alex, respected Head of Department English Mr. Suresh Kumar, and the resource person of today's session Mr. Selvanathan, dear members of the staff and my dear students, wish you all a very happy and good morning. First of all, I would like to thank and also appreciate, congratulate Mr. V.R. Suresh Kumar and his team for this program for the betterment of the student community. We talk about women literacy, women liberty, women empowerment. 30 or 40 years back, it was a very tough task for the women folks. Now everywhere we can see the involvement and interaction of our women folks. Even if we take our institution in 94, there were only 2 girl students were educated, gained their education from MCI department. Now around 3,000 girl students are gaining their education in our campus. These are all things to show the development and improvement that our women folks showed interest, and what their parents, the social structure, the familial structure, all these things helped them to move forward, go ahead. And countries like India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka and Bangladesh, we have already had women presidents and women prime ministers. Whereas countries like developed countries like America, so the history of America is the first time a vice president woman has come, which shows our culture, Indian culture. We would like to encourage, motivate all women folks to reach greater heights. May this session by Mr. Selvanathan, since he is involved in the Scout and other social supporting services, he must be having very good idea about society, particularly girl students, women folks, women literacy, women liberty and women empowerment. So with these few words, the resource persons talk, I hope will motivate all our students. Once again, I like to congratulate and also appreciate the Department of English of our college headed by Mr. V.R. Suresh Kumar and all the members of the English department. Thank you. Wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir, for your enthusiastic words. I request the Vice Principal, sir, to address the gathering.
So happy morning to everyone. Most respected Reverend Father Secretary, respected Principal of the institution, Dr. M. Selvam, Mr. Suresh Kumar, the Head of the Department of English, and today's resource person, Mr. Selvanathan, my dear faculty members and my dear students, I wish you all a very happy day and happy morning. Today, we have chosen a nice topic, the gender inequality. In Eastern countries or Western countries, we have the freedom for women in so many activities. But as far as our country is concerned, mostly the southern part is a little more developed by means of so many freedom fighters like Periyar and so many Dravidian movements. Now, in our state, women are empowered much and they got so much liberal activities. But if you go in the north sides, still we have some problem. Much freedom is not given to most of the women. And even this is a psychological phenomenon. This can be ruled out only by law. By only enforcing law, this gender equity can be equipped. It can be involved. So, this needs a very much, this topic is a very much useful nowadays. And I thank Mr. Selvanathan for having accepted our invitation to give a talk on gender equity. At the same time, I would like to congratulate Mr. V.R. Suresh Kumar, the staff members and the students for having arranged such a wonderful program. As Father said, this is a very important topic concerned with the NAC also. So I wish all the best to get the succeed in this problem and in this project. And I also wish the students to take this message, whatever the message given by Mr. Selvanathan, you take it to your family, your friends, your relatives, and all the communities. So with this, I take the opportunity to thank him, and I wish you all the best to have nice moments. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your supporting words. I call upon Mr. A. Napoleon Joseph, Assistant Professor, Department of English, to introduce the resource person. Sir, you can take this.
Good morning, everyone. I take immense pleasure to welcome and introduce our resource person for today's program, Mr. J. Selvanathan, MA B.Ed, pre-ALTS. He had finished his master's degree in English Literature at Annamalai University, Chidambaram, and Bachelor of Education at Indira Gandhi National Open University. Now serving as teacher at St. Joseph's Higher Secondary School, Manjagupam, Kadalur, from 2001 with 20 years of experience. Since 2007, he is the resource person for the English language teachers at Cluster Resource Center, Kadalur. He guides the newly joining English language teachers at school level in the Cluster Resource Center for past 13 years. Also, he has been serving the school and the society as the Scout Master for past 19 years under the Bharat Scouts and Guides. It is the only co-curricular activity recognized for the state award and national award, which makes the Scouts and Guides to receive the award directly from the Honorable President of India and Honorable Governors of respective states. In 2014, he was selected as the District Secretary for the Bharat Scouts and Guides for Kadalur district, and he is the youngest of the secretaries selected so far for the Kadalur district. He had trained 323 scouts to achieve Governor Award at state level and 53 scouts to achieve President Award at national level since 2002. In the academics 2007, 2009 and 2010, he had trained 48 scouts, that is 16 scouts per academic. They were awarded the President Award in the respective academic years. It is his unique achievement. With this honorable note, I request Mr. J. Selvanathan, District Secretary, the Bharat Scouts and Guides, Kadalur district, to take over the session. Sir, you can take over, sir.
Good morning, everyone. It's made me so happy and honored to be with you on this wonderful occasion for this wonderful topic. I thank the HOD sir and all the department members for inviting me to join this wonderful program today. I could see 60 members, I think. So I request the participants, the student participants, to show your original video so that I could see you, please. Some small activity in scouting also. Participants,
Just come over through video.
Yes.
Just turn on your videos.
It's a small activity in scouting also. Even though this is a formal program for you, don't take it in that way. I won't make you so bored. Since I come from a co-curricular activity, this session will be an informal way, a jolly way you will like most. So please show your identity so that I would like to see male participants. Are you there? Yes.
Students are requested to turn on their videos.
Only for 2 minutes, only for less than 2 minutes. Okay, only participants, students, I would like to give you an activity. Now touch your head. Touch your head. Only students.
Sir, you ask the students to switch off the mic. Mute the mic.
Students, please mute your mic.
Touch your mouth. Touch your mouth. Touch your mouth. Touch your ears. Touch your ears. Touch your pocket. Touch your pocket. Touch your pocket. Oh, nice. Okay. Touch your waist. Touch your hip. Touch your hip. Okay, you can't because, okay, thank you. That's a small activity. Get back to your. Okay. In scouting, we have this small activity to check whether you are in uniform or in formal status, in what position you are. Okay. So today, we have gathered here through this virtual meeting to understand the concept of gender equality and the need for women empowerment. Before this session, I would like to share a small video for you. Please watch this one. So, my dear participants, if you notice right from the beginning of the creation, even almighties, irrespective of religion, they have given importance to the gender equality and women empowerment also. If you take in Christianity, you can see Eve being created for the betterment of humanity along with Adam. If you take Hinduism, you can see the partial orientation of Lord Shiva and Parvati. The same thing what we saw in the Christianity is with Islam. So right from the creation itself, the gender equality has been given to every mankind. So myths also say about gender, but they give very much importance to the male child alone. Only a male child will take care of the family, and they are very important when compared to the female child. That's why in the past, we had so much of girl child being cruelly killed even at the stage of their birth. So even though we are educated through school education, college education, even through the films, awareness programs and all that, people deny to accept the nature of being responsible for gender equality. From the shared videos, I'm very sorry that I'm unable to share that. You can clearly watch the motherhood being the nucleus of the family. Every family, motherhood being the nucleus of every family. And in the next video I shared, that showed Appa, it clearly depicts the importance of the fatherhood, how it nurtures and nourishes the ability of motherhood to have that success. So both are equally needed in the society. So in this session, we are going to see that in an informal way and understand in a formal way also. So this is what school education, college education, all the available co-curricular activities such as NSS, NCC, JRC, Scouts, and all the available co-curricular activities emphasize the importance of the gender equality. We really accept the concept. We people, we always keep the rules and break the spirit. You please remember this term, keeping the rules and breaking the spirit. We accept everything. Yes, gender equality is very important. Women empowerment, yes, that's very, very important. But when it comes to our situation, in our home, in our own houses, in our places where we dwell, where we study, where we work, we deny the concept of gender equality and women empowerment. So, why I say this, I could see for the past 20 years and that in that same campus, some of our school students or some of our college students, they are not behaving in a very good manner with the other gender. I'm not mentioning the male alone, but I could clearly watch. I have warned several times and I have been in some problem also for not giving that gender equality or creating a lot of atrocities inside our own campus. So I have witnessed that one. So we are able to accept the concept. We go for protest, we go for rallies, even we participate in debates and come across programs like this. But we never accept. Personally, we never accept, not everyone, some of us never accept the concept of being deserving to respect the other gender, vice versa. So my question is, will they do the same in their home with their mother and sisters? We are fond of getting likes from the social medias, we are taking a lot of sharing photos or videos related to this one. And we are fond of getting likes in the social medias like Facebook, WhatsApp, everything. But when the thing comes to reality, we surely deny the art of accepting the concept gender equality. That is starting from the home. and the places where we study or do similar things. As per your terms, being literature students, I would say this is an oxymoronic style of living. The way what we represent, what we deny or pretend to be, will never get into that action. In fact, as our Father Secretary mentioned in his inaugural speech, this is a need of the heart. Being an idiom, it's a need of the heart. We have to we have to practice it in every place we are working or studying or doing anything. Remember, I would like to quote Dr. Abdul Kalam's smart wordings. If you are a good citizen, or if you pretend to be a good citizen, remember, you have a very specific role to play in shaping up the future generations. So you people, now you are students, even though you are PG and researchers, you people are going to be the future citizens of our country. So it is the need of the heart to accept the concept of gender equality and women empowerment. So I'm very sorry to say, we live in a nation which celebrates the concept of women empowerment, but it violates the thing in reality. That you might have seen in TV shows, in newspapers, and news magazines, everything else. Why all these TV shows, reality shows like Big Boss and other are created, just to come out of that identity crisis and accept every gender in an equal manner is the ultimate aim of all these programs. But what we do know, we take the wrong thing from them and leave the good message delivered by those programs. I could hear some mind voices from 16 male participants, that two students, I think. Sir, you are keep on speaking about women empowerment and gender equality. What's happening in society now? Now we are striving for male empowerment, male's right, isn't it? ஆண்களுடைய உரிமைக்காக நாங்க போராடிட்டு இருக்கோம். எந்த உலகத்துல சார் இருக்கிறீங்க? I could hear the mind voice. So I'm mentioning the importance of both the genders here, because this gender discrimination today creates a lot of problems in the families. You could clearly notice all the newspapers available, all the news channels available, how irrespective of age, this problem is created in families, and how the problems even extends to divorce and all that. So all this comes when we deny to respect each other, that's all. Even some women used to abuse also. We are mentioning about women empowerment, women's right. At the same time, these days, we could clearly witness in the social medias, some women, they really abuse the rights and they come over some unwanted apps and making others ashamed. Others means the same person, their family persons, how they feel very irritated to the apps and all. So it's the need of both the gender to respect each other, to respect everyone's feeling, and the discernment of everyone is to be respected. I hope you would have come across this song from the film Rhythm, I think, written by Vairamuthu. Deen tanana, deen tanana, deen tanana, deen tanana. That song. Tayaruge seyagi, kanavanidam payagi, seyaruge tayagum penne. I suppose no poet in this world or no educationist in this world has explained the life journey of women in 7 precise words. Tayaruge seyagi, Talaivanidam payagi, Seyaruge tayagum penne. So in that first video I shared, it depicts how a woman deserves to be respected, deserves to be loved. So they have a unique way of living. The first part of their life is with their parents, that is less than 23 to 25 years. And the next part, that is major part of their life, they are for the place where they are married to. So we have women in many forms in our houses, in the form of our mother, in the form of our elder sister, in the form of our sister, and all the kith and kin. So the change should start from our home. So here, for the women participants in this program, I tell you, a ship is safe in the harbor, but it is not meant for that. Never get back in your ideologies, that is in a positive manner. I tell again, repeat again, a ship is safe in the harbor, but it is not meant for that. So it's your world to go and explore in the positive manner, respecting the ideologies of gender equality. A society which doesn't accept the concept of this gender equality will never flourish. From the epic Silappadigaram, the Pandyan king just asked, "Who are you?" One question, "Who are you?" For that she replied, "Tera manna seppodudayen, எள்ளொரு சிறப்பின் இமையவர் வியம்ப புல்லொரு புண்கண் தீர்த்தோ நன்றியும் நாவிற் கடைமணி நடுநா நடுங்க ஆவின் கடைமணி நெஞ்சுடத்தான் தன் அரும்பெற புதல்வனை ஆழியின் மடித்தோன் பெரும்பெயர் புகார் என்பதையே அவ்வூர் ஏசாச் சிறப்பின் இசைவிளங்கு பெருங்குடி மாசாத்து வாணிகன் மகனை ஆகி வாழ்தல் வேண்டி ஊழ்வினை துறப்பச் சூழ்கடல் மன்னா நின்னகர் புகுந்தீங்கு என்கால் சிறம்பு பகர்தல் வேண்டி நின்பார் கொலைகளப்பட்ட கோவலன் மனைவி கண்ணகி என்பதன் பெயரே பெண்ணனங்கே அப்படின்னா. What he asked, "Who are you, lady?" அப்படின்னு தான் கேட்டான், சிம்பிளா. But the reply was in such a strong manner. We see such a strong women right from the epic period. But it is not to the core. That's what I am mentioning here. Today, they excel in all the fields. We witness. They are equally excelling in all the fields par to the masculine gender. No doubt about it. But even though, still, in villages, or even in towns, they are not actually accepted and recognized the way they deserve to be. So this women empowerment is possible by raising their status through education, awareness, literacy, and all the trainings available. So take part in all the awareness programs, trainings available. and all the things you can learn from time to time without hesitation. So now my question is, do you have it in you? Do we have the habit of having gender equality concept, and we really recognize the persons who are present in our family? It's none other than our mother, our sisters, and kith and kin. So let the change start from us. We shall start respecting the people present in our houses, the fellow students who accommodate you in schools and colleges, your fellow workers, your colleagues actually. Start the habit of respecting them then and there. So simply participating in the debate or participating in the protest programs or simply raising our voices in the social medias, that alone will never work. That means this program also will be one among the 11. So let us start the concept of gender equality and supporting empowering women from our situation. So as our scout leader, scout founder, Baden Powell mentions, leave this world a little better than what you have found in your lifetime. Normally, what we people, we always mention, this is not correct, that fellow is not correct, he is doing such things, he is creating atrocities, all that. So let us change. Let the change begin from me. Let us leave this world a little better than what we have found in our lifetime. So this is the simple message for the whole concept we have seen today. I don't know how far I have touched you, even though it's a very easier topic, it has some complications also. So I hope I have slightly touched you with some of the margins I could do it. I feel so sorry for not making it to the grand one, because personally I'm having some problem. I thank everyone for inviting me to this wonderful session, gender equality and women empowerment. I thank Father the Secretary, and I thank the whole Department of English, and also other faculties from other departments. And also I thank the participants for your kind patience so far. I'm running short of time to another work, so I may be kindly excused for getting in 15 minutes earlier, I think. Thank you very much, HOD sir and Mr. Nikolin. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. It was really an eye-opener for most of us, particularly men who are here, including me, and also some of students who are present in this program. So it was really very thought-provoking, and at least by hearing to your speech, we people who are here should change the attitude if at all we have some negative attitudes towards women. So thank you, sir, for your enlightening speech, and really offline, if you could come one day, as you are very much in our campus, one day if you could come offline for some of the programs that we conduct in our college, we'll be very much happy. And before I say thank you to all, I would like to share a joke. Actually, it's not a joke, but it is really a witty remark. which I recently read in WhatsApp. I just mention you the witty remark which I received in my WhatsApp. Whenever an intelligent man takes a decision, he closes his eyes, thinks a lot, listens to his heart, uses his head, and finally does what his wife says. So I think this could be an apt example to show that today women have really empowered in most of the families, because whatever we decide upon, finally we think home is our heaven, and we listen to the advices and suggestions of the women folk, and days are changing, and I hope this would be for betterment in near future. And with this few words, I really thank Sir Selvanathan sir for joining us and giving us a very good advice that how we have to be in society. Now I ask Miss Angel to take over the session.
Yes, sir. So thank you, sir, for the insightful session that we had. I call upon Mrs. Ida Joyce, Madam, Assistant Professor, Department of English, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good morning, everyone. It is with immense pleasure that I express my deep sense of gratitude to each and every one of you who have made valuable contribution towards the success of today's event. On behalf of the English department, I am happy to propose the vote of thanks. At the outset, I thank God the Almighty for His wonderful showers of blessings. I express my sincere thanks to Reverend Father Secretary for his blessings. I am thankful to our principal and vice principal for having graced the event with their inspiring words. I do express my gratitude to Reverend Father Dr. Xavier, the Controller of Examinations, and Reverend Father Dr. Alex, the Dean of Studies, for their support and encouragement in every venture of the department. I am very much glad and grateful to thank our resource person, Mr. Selvanathan, District Secretary of Bharat Scouts, who has come over here through this virtual platform to enlighten us all on gender equity. Thank you very much, sir, for your presence and for the valuable talk that you have given us. And I think you have thrown much light on gender equity. Thank you very much, sir. I am very much thankful to Dr. Joseph Christian Daniel, the IQAC coordinator, for his guidance. And a very special thanks to the head of the department, Mr. V.R. Suresh Kumar, who has been very much meticulous in planning today's program. I thank the organizing team, and a special thanks to the organizing secretary, Mrs. X. Ann Lanka Jayadarshini, Assistant Professor, Department of English. I thank all the faculty members for their participation and the students who have made yourself a part of today. Thank you, one and all.